Harley Russell. I'm right here in Erick, Oklahoma, the redneck capital of the world. Would you believe where you can see rednecks work and play in their own environment and sanity at its finest right here at the world-class, world-famous Sandhills Curiosity Shop, the only bus stop in town. Yeah, this is where people come from all over the world to get their bumps, kicks, grinds, tricks, dicks, and big pricks on 66. And I'll tell you what, in spite of the COVID virus, they still did it. 99% of my visitors do come from overseas, so they didn't come over last year. But I'm going to tell you what happened. The Americans got cabin fever and they couldn't sit still in a room by themselves with nothing distracting them long enough to even get started. So they got cabin fever and got out on the road and started coming to see me. So in spite of COVID, I had a good year. So I'll tell you what, Dr. Fauci, now you don't get dick shit for nothing from me. What do you think of that? I know neither does anybody else, because I just got my shot last week, and I've had all kinds of people come in here, and I didn't even catch VD. What do you think of those numbers? Good Lord Almighty! I could go on and on and on.
Have you known anyone who got it?
No, hell no! I haven't known anyone that got it. No, how about you?
And yet you got the vaccine.
Of course I got the vaccine. Have you ever heard of a thing called common sense? Okay. Well, common sense would tell you, if you look at the statistics, and I got the Johnson & Johnson, of all of these different vaccinations and how many people can get the COVID and the percentages, I would say that if you didn't take the vaccine, you would be an idiot. Yes. And 2 days after, or 2 weeks after last year's election is when the vaccine started pouring out. Just to make sure that you motherfuckers get your facts straight. Don't try to talk me down, because I am a political fucking genius.
And what do you see for the future? I mean,
the future, hell, the future. COVID. Hey, the hell with the future, man. What kind of a future do you want to talk about? Are you talking about Route 66? Are you talking about the future that we look into after we've been thinking about the past that keeps us from staying in the moment? Which one do you want me to talk about first?
Do you think COVID's going to be the new normal? Are people going to be masking?
No, it's not going to be the new normal. It's going to be the done and gone. That's what's going to happen.
It's going away. And
it's going to go away. It's going to go away. Yes, it is. Not very silently, and it's going to put up a great big battle, and it will fight back and come out with different strains, and we may have to have other vaccinations, but it's going to eventually go away. I'm talking in the near future, no more than 5 years.
Wow. And so
you excuse me just a minute.
And your belief is that your understanding.
Careful how we use the word belief in the middle of the Bible Belt, Michael. I tell you for sure, because I can go all over there, all the way back to the Epic of Gilgamesh on that one.
And by the way,
By the way, there are no hookers here. No.
The virus itself has. How do you think the government has responded to this?
Big government?
Yeah.
Big government responds to the reactions they get from the American public. They do not react to the COVID. They go by what will be politically correct for them according to the way the public takes their agendas and the stuff that they try to pass off to the public. Right. Do you follow that? If you don't, I'll tell you for sure, any of you guys on the other side of the camera can come over and try to take me on anytime you want to. I'll give you all the love and compassion I can, then I'm going to kick your fucking nuts up your asshole. And I don't do it physically. I've never had a fight in my life, so that tells you how good I am.
And so, lastly, do you have any perspective?
And I'm not going to ask you what you think, because I already know.
On this last year of COVID,
No, we didn't say it
supposedly-
was the last year.
So no,
I said
over
anywhere.
a year of COVID, we've had about 546,000 deaths.
That's right.
And I don't
And
know
look
what
at
is
the
your,
age and the age of a lot of those deaths too. While
when
you're
you
at
look,
it,
yeah, when you
I
look
know
back
about. Everybody knows that specific. Okay. Now you want to go into the age of the different deaths and the other acrimonial
majority are
medical
over
issues that
65.
they might have had.
Yeah.
So go ahead and finish the start of your last question.
When you look back over this last year,
back, yeah.
what kind of perspective do you have on this year? What was it? Did it have any effect on your sense of well-being or on your happiness or at all?
Are you got to be kidding me? The state of the world is going to affect my happiness? I do not think so. That's the problem that most people have, including you dorks out there in dadgum education land. Yeah. No, geographical locations has nothing to do with happiness. What people think about you has nothing to do with happiness unless you're feeding your ego like most of you are. But you depend on no one to feed you with happiness. Happiness is a thing that you just have. And that is developed through a long period of grief, sorrow, and all kinds of inward battles that you can develop your own vaccine against once you start participating in the now, the moment, the mindfulness perception, self-observation. Like I said, 99% of the people are in the past or the future. And those people sadly mistaken activity and acquisition as a form of happiness. So now, do you have another question? So if it affected me, I'm sorry, but baby, it didn't affect me.
I've got
everything I need. I've got my weed. I sure do. I enjoy my weed, and so do a lot of other people. I've got a lot of friends, but believe it or not, I don't have any around here. Of course, that would be easy to figure out. Okay.
Thank you, and this is the 31st of March.
Is it really?
Thank you.
I'll tell you for sure. I'm gonna. Hey, April's coming around the corner. I'm gonna go rabbit hunting tonight.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
I know. How many years have you been doing this dadgum camera work? I tell you what, I have them come in here down the sidewalk with their camera on. I tell you for sure. But you ask about the dadgum COVID virus and the effects it had in 2020 and the past year. I'll tell you what, like I say, they all got cabin fever. Well, here's what's happening in the future. You ask about the future. In the future, what's going to happen is everybody's getting their shot, they're vaccinated, they've got cabin fever, and I'm already booked up for the year with everything from tour groups to film crews, you name it, and they're all from overseas. Well, I don't even know if they can come over, okay? But what's going to happen is the Americans are getting all their shots, they've got cabin fever, and not just Route 66, but all of the U.S. is going to be flooded with Americans traveling America. Can you believe it? Probably for the first time in history. If the overseasers can't come here, we can't go there, and they're going crazy sitting in their house, they're going to flood America. It'll be the first time in American history that tourism has flourished with Americans in their own country. And you know what? The overseas tourists are great. You wouldn't believe how generous they are. But by the time I get done with these Americans, they're going to be filling my tip jars full of money. Well, they did yesterday nearly. And this is going to happen around the 1st of May, if not sooner. It's already happening here, and I told my friends, and they know they can count on my predictions. I don't really make any predictions, but this one's so fucking obvious it's not even funny. So that's when it's going to start happening. Well, it's already started happening here at my place. And the Easter's coming up. They're going to do their little home thing around there. That's even going to make them want to get out even more. And then once school lets out, watch out. You go ahead, you check it out, you watch and see what happens.
All right. Hey, thank you.